A small hollow in North Carolina. There have been several Bigfoot sightings.
Hunters may need to be on the lookout for something other than deer when they hit the woods this week.
He hadn't been spotted recently, but according to these pictures, the legendary Mothman is back.
The number of UFO sightings is soaring tenfold over the past 25 years.
Now, she's not talking about people. She is talking about ghosts hanging around what some say is a real-life haunted house.
You're listening to Paratalkradio with Ted Wolf and Psychic Cindy on Paratalkradio.com, a member of the WLFE digital broadcast family. Paratalkradio is your one-stop for all things paranormal, the unknown, and the supernatural. Join us every Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central for discussions and guests on topics such as ghosts, hauntings, Bigfoot, UFOs, and more. This broadcast is rated M for mature and is intended for listeners over 16. The topics, views, and opinions expressed on our show may not necessarily reflect the views or opinions of Paratalk Radio, our hosts, or our sponsors. Now, live from J-Wolf Production Studio in Ontario, New York, here are your hosts, Ted and Cindy.
Oh, where'd I go? There I am. Wow. Oh, Miss Cindy's running a little bit late, but she'll be joining us here shortly, hopefully. Tonight, guys, we're going to talk about the Parafest, and we're talking about everything that's going to be going on there for, 2 weeks? It's crazy. 2 weeks away. And, of course, we got Kenney Irish joining us here. We haven't spoke with him for a little while, and be nice to catch up and see how things are going with him and what he's doing these days. But guess who just popped in here? There she is. She's finally there. Hold on, get her. Let me get her. There you are.
Hi, everybody.
I'm like, I don't know what
has this going, and it goes till 7:03. So I have it down to a science. But no, he started early today.
Actually, according to my clock, it's now 8:03.
It's not. Well, just turned. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but
when
yeah,
we were playing, it was still 8:02.
That's all right. No big deal.
I had to eat something because you don't want me eating on here.
I don't want you eating on there. All right, Eric. Eric was the first one on here in our chat room. So hello, Eric. Cora's there. Barry's there. Bob is there.
Wolf, you schmexy man, you. Aw, you're so cute. Thanks, Cora.
Wow. Oh, excuse me. Yeah. Okay. So Kenney Irish can be joining us here for a little bit. He has to leave around 8:45, but he's gonna hang out with us for a little bit, and we're gonna talk about what he's been up to. Like I said earlier, because you missed this part, Cindy, so I'm repeating myself. And then we're gonna talk about the Parafest because we've only got 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Oh my
already.
God, that's it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Only 2 weekends away. Wow.
Yeah,
that's
so let's
crazy.
get Kenney in here.
Hey, Kenney,
Hey.
how are you?
Hey guys, this is awesome. I missed the show.
I missed the
Now
show
that it's not on
too.
anymore.
Well, we just got to have you back more. That's all. Whenever we come back, I mean, we're not as on as we used to, or kind of can't even talk. on as much as we used to be. Wow. It's been a while. See, I needed a break.
Yeah.
Wow.
You'll get back into it right away.
Yeah. I just been busy. I've been working on so many things and trying to get the Parafest all set to go since we've only got 2 weeks away for it and stuff like that. So Bob Burnell says, we all miss Kenney. Hi, Kenney. The crypto-punkologist. You're right. He is. But do you guys know he's an author? He's a hardcore punk musician. And he's into monsters, and he's originally from Vermont. So, and I love Vermont for ice cream. Vermont used to have the best ice cream. Bernie?
I love Bernie.
Oh, Bernie Sanders?
Yeah.
I've met him.
Hello.
You did?
Hello, Morgan. Megan.
Oh,
Yeah.
Cora, I don't think that I thought that it was anything, but I don't know.
Did I miss something?
She had sent me a video last week.
Oh, a video.
Yeah. It was like a Ring
You're freezing up on me.
camera video.
Okay.
I don't think so. I'll look at it again, though. I'll let you know.
Okay. Am I freezing up again?
What's that?
Am I freezing up again?
Not at this moment.
You did once, but that was it.
I was looking at my video then, probably.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, Cora,
actually
send it to Teddy, too.
Yeah, send it to me. I'm actually changing over my cabling because I believe I have a problem with Ethernet. So I bought a new cable for it. I just got to find time to do it with everything else that I'm doing. So
yeah, actually, I'm going to put mine in, too, right now. Actually, while I think about it.
Do you remember that stupid commercial? I don't know. Kenny might remember it, too.
If it's stupid, I remember it.
Stick it in your pocket. Stick it in your pocket.
In your pocket.
Stick it in your pocket.
Yeah, what was it for? What was it for?
I don't remember.
I thought it was like a car thing or something. Like a car rental or something. I don't remember, though.
It just popped in my head when you said you had to stick it in.
Oh, my God. You're hysterical. That's an old one. That's good. It was like a country. I feel like it was like what the heck is the name of it?
Well, it's not like I'm young.
No, but what the heck was the name of that show? The show with sorry, I'm having a hot flash all of a sudden.
Who do you got under the desk?
Woo, I wish I had some. I'll be like, hey. The Grand Ole Opry, but what was it was hee-haw. It reminds me like hee-haw or something. Stick it
plug
in your pocket.
Plug it in.
Yeah, there's that too. Glade air fresheners was plug it in. Plug it in. Plug it in.
So let's get to this get to the rat killing, as John Wayne says, just because he doesn't have a lot of time with us tonight, and I want to make sure we cover as much as possible.
Yeah, so what have you been up to, my friend?
I've been up to a lot. You know, it's something that you guys were saying earlier that the Parafest is 2 weeks away. Do you realize if you hadn't moved it, it would have actually already happened?
Yeah.
That's weird to think about it, too.
Oh, yeah, it is.
It used to be at the end of March, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Well, originally it started in January, and then it went to February, and then it went to March, and now it's May. And it was
we skipped April. Completely skipped April.
Parafest, and now it's just Rochester Parafest.
Right.
Yeah.
Excellent. Yeah, I was just thinking that when you're like, it's 2 weeks away, and I was like, oh, I remember when it would have already passed by now.
It would have, yes. We would have.
It is coming up fast, though. It is definitely coming up quick.
It is.
Oh, I can't wait. Game Boy was stick it in your pocket. I don't think so.
No, that doesn't.
It was something else.
And that was way before Game Boy, wasn't it? Like,
Yeah.
I think it was like the 80s.
Yeah.
All right,
Hi, Megan
Eric.
Garno. Hi,
Fine.
Kimberly Porter.
Oh man. So I kind of went off not went off. Jeez. I give up today. You know, I couldn't talk last Monday either. I don't know what my problem is.
Mercury is retrograde.
Yeah, well. All right. So tell us what you've been up to then. I mean, we started the question and like
Sure.
what's happening?
Back in August, I released another book through Beyond the Fray, International Cryptids and Legends.
Nice.
It's done real well. Not as good as American Cryptids. That book for some reason just keeps rolling along and
It's a great book.
Keeping good numbers. Yeah. So International Cryptids and Legends has done well. I mean, it stayed at number one for almost the first 2 weeks that it came out. But
that's great.
It's the same formula as American Cryptids, pretty much. You know, just kind of talks about like histories of territories and different things. And
right.
But I've spoken at some different festivals. I got some more coming up this year. And I'm in the process of working on another book right now that I'm pretty excited about. It's very, very different from anything that I've written before. It's along the same subject line and subject matter, but
can you give us any hints?
Yeah. It's good. It's gonna have 16 chapters in it.
There's your hint, Cindy.
16. Okay.
I can say this much, that there's going to be, instead of it just being like, hey, me taking you on a journey, to talk about monsters, it's me taking you on a journey across the country to talk to individuals. So I can throw that out there.
That's freaking cool.
So
awesome.
I'm pretty much done, except for I've got 3 more interview, sit down type of situations with individuals, and then I get to work putting everything all together, and I'm pretty excited about it. It should be out it'll definitely be out this summer, but
cool.
They're thinking probably like July, but it really depends on how once I get the last interview done, how that kind of goes. I would say the latest it's going to come out, it's going to be probably like August, like the first week of August.
See, I love the interview part of it. Like when I wrote my books, I love the interview part of it, but the sit down and putting things in perspective to the way you want it, the illustrations, if you have any, just to button it up, is such a pain in the ass. I don't care what anybody says. It really is a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I've found it, I've come up with a couple different ways of, putting things together too, which is kind of simplified it in a way. But it's just a matter of going back through after, adding some, different, commentary in and different things. But I will say that it's going to kind of go along the same line as American Cryptids, International Cryptids, where I'm writing it as if, again, I'm the tour guide and I'm taking the reader across the country to different areas to talk to different people. And so
that's
it's
awesome.
it's not what a lot of people think it's going to be, and there's going to be a lot of stuff in it, material that a lot of people wouldn't expect to be in it too. So I'm pretty excited about that. And if it does well, and it's well received, and individuals really like it, I mean, I could turn it into a series and continue it on from there. So, but we'll see what happens. And a lot of like I said, 16, takers on it that have jumped on board and agreed to be part of it, and I'm excited about it because again, it's along the same formula, but it's very, very different.
Well,
Cindy,
it sounds fun.
Cindy, you went from hot flash to now chilly.
Freezing. Listen, when they turn
like our weather.
fire up on inside, you need to start tearing off clothes. And then you need to put them back on because it gets cold.
Yeah.
Well,
so
something I wanted to say too. So I was at an event back in the end of February, and Steve Coles was with me. It was a great event. It's there's this location in Rotterdam, New York, in the Rotterdam Mall where the Via Aquarium is. The same people that own the aquarium opened up this one section in the mall, and it's called Do You Believe? And they've got all kinds of animatronic creatures in there, like mermaids, dragons. They've got an animatronic 10-foot tall Bigfoot. It's just it's amazing.
What?
So yeah, so they
it's in Rotterdam, huh?
Yep. Yeah, it's awesome. I've been, to events all over the country, and I've never seen anything like that animatronic Bigfoot that they have. Usually it's like an 8-foot tall stuffed something. I mean, this thing moves and it growls, and then Steve was really instrumental in getting them some like news stories, that they could put up on the walls in there. Wow. Different sightings in New York. And but yeah, we had an event there because they wanted to start doing events, and it's a real cool location. And if you guys ever get out in the area, definitely go and check it out. There's nothing like it in the area. I've never seen anything like it. They reached out to me because they punched in New York and they punched in Bigfoot, and my mug popped up. So they reached out to me, and they just said, hey, can you help us market this and do this and that? So again, Steve being, from the same area that I'm in, I reached out to him. I'm like, look, this is a phenomenal place. Come by, check this out. So we did an event there. And, so if you guys ever get out there, definitely go out and check that out. And they're starting to do more events. Like next month, they're going to be doing one where it's an extraterrestrial one. And they asked me to be at it, but I'm not as big into aliens. So, but are you guys familiar with Paul Bartholomew?
The name sounds really familiar to me.
He's out of Whitehall, New York. He's kind of the Bigfoot guy out there. So he's actually going to be there talking about extraterrestrials. But I just want to throw that out there in case you guys ever are out in the area, or you take a drive out there. It would be worth it. I mean, it's just, you should see the animatronics that they have in there. It's just mind blowing.
That's really awesome. I really would love to go, Teddy. That would be so fun.
Let's go.
If you guys come out, you let me know. Let me know when you guys are coming out, and I'll definitely would meet you guys there. So
awesome.
That'd be awesome. That'd be awesome.
It's like 10 minutes from my house. It was the coolest. I got my truck and just drove 10 minutes. I'm at an event. Never happened ever in my life. But
what is the name? What is the name of that place?
It's called Do You Believe? It's via Do You Believe? And again, it's associated the same owners that own the that large aquarium that's in that mall. So that's the other thing too, is if you guys ever get the opportunity to go to the aquarium, it's awesome.
I just found it.
Yeah, I was looking it up too.
Yeah, well, I just found it. Well, he mentioned it, so I want to put it in the comments. Let's see here.
Oh, Schenectady County.
Yep.
Yeah. And it's called youbelieve.com. I believe.
And they're going to be doing in October. I know that they're going to be because the people that own the aquarium and own that space also own the mall. They own the property. So my understanding is they're going to be setting up, some of the stores that don't have any renters in there. They're going to be setting up like a haunted house and doing like a paranormal type of thing as well, and have a talk. So definitely something, again to keep in mind if you guys ever come out. So
via Do
You Believe? VIA. Do You Believe?
I got it. Yep.
Oh, it says 3 hours and 3 minutes from me. So
okay.
add an extra
Just in the chat room.
I think. What's right near 90?
Yeah, it'll be an extra me. Hey, we'll just we'll have to leave really early, and that's all.
Awesome.
Cool.
Yeah,
now I got something to look at when I get off here.
Oh, well, it's...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I just shared it too on my page, and
awesome.
when I get time afterwards, I'll share it on WLFE. I'll share it on Paratalk Radio. I'll share it on everything. What the hell?
You're such a sharer. That's what we love.
Why
you. You're
not?
such a giver.
You're such a sharer.
Yes, I know. It's my downfall.
Oh my gosh, stop it.
So I had mentioned earlier, I was talking to some people about New York monsters, and the only ones that I could really think of off the top of my head, Bigfoot, Lake Champlain's monster. What the that's
Champ.
And then Danny was talking about Pudgewickies.
Pudgewickie, yep.
Those are like little elementals, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, they are. They look like porcupine creatures, sort of. But those are the only three that I know of that I've ever heard of in New York, anyways. And
Sure.
I figured you might be able to tell us if there's any other ones besides that in New York.
Well, in some of like the bodies of water, like for instance in Lake George, New York, it was actually turned out to be a hoax, but there was a lot of sightings of a lake monster in Lake George. So after it came out that it was actually a hoax, the crazy thing about it is, of course, there's still people that come in from out of town, out of state, had no idea that there was a hoax, that there was even a story behind it, and people still to this day are witnessing something that they see in the water that looks to be like some type of a serpentine creature. So even if something was said to be hoaxed, there's still people that are coming in that are actually seeing it and claiming to actually have witnessed something that shouldn't be in the water. So,
and that's kind of cool because, oh no, it's fake. It was all made up, but yet it's still happening. Come on, guys.
Okay,
Yeah.
so something weird just happened, and I'm trying to debunk it.
What happened?
Out of the corner of my eye, so here's my ring light that's not on. I literally saw this white light that turned it was sparkly though, and I just saw it out of the corner of my eye fly.
You got to stop smoking that stuff.
And I'm like, what the hell? My windows couldn't have done it. I have a ring light here and I have a regular light here, but they can't illuminate the way that I just saw this. So
was it a fairy?
I mean, it could have been.
Well,
I don't know what it was.
You're recording, so I mean, you can always look back and see if something jumps out.
Yeah, I can. Yeah.
That was weird too. Must be your earrings. Nope.
No.
I just heard little bells. All right, what the hell is going on?
Yeah, no,
here?
I did too. I thought it was on your end.
Oh, that could be my little dog sitting with me.
Oh, yes.
That's it.
Yeah, it's his collar.
I'm like, what the hell? You're seeing little Tinkerbells, and I'm hearing noises. What the hell is going on? Oh my goodness, that's crazy. It's crazy. So what else did we have in New York for monsters? I know there was more. There's never been any dogman sightings in New York, has there?
Not real. I've heard people say that there has been, but I mean, as far as anybody reaching out to me and talking to me about them, not one person has ever. It's always comes down to Bigfoot. That's usually what it is. It's either Bigfoot or something that they believe to be extraterrestrial. Other than that, I mean, there's these little legends, but a lot of people actually believe that the legends or what the people have seen was just a Bigfoot. Some people say that that there's a creature, Kinderhook creature, which is believed to be a Bigfoot, but some people have said that it was a deformed Bigfoot, it had all kinds of facial deformations, which I'm not really sure exactly where that comes about. I know there was a book that was written on the Kinderhook creature, but I'm trying to remember who the author was. I think it's somebody that's actually related to that gentleman I was talking about earlier, Paul Bartholomew. I think it might be one of his friends, but yeah, they talked about a creature that would kind of creep around the area. But from my understanding, I believe is definitely a Bigfoot.
Go ahead. Well, I was just going to say, how did you get into the whole monster thing?
Oh, I was into monsters at a real young age. Just loving. I mean, we both talked about how we're both Godzilla fans.
Yeah,
and
they're all around me.
So as a young kid, I loved the Incredible Hulk, Godzilla, King Kong. I loved all the monsters. I loved Wolfman, and
there he is.
Again, yeah, nice. I see it. And so as the tale or legend goes about me, I was about 4 years old, and one of my aunts or my aunt's friends, I don't remember exactly, but one of them said, "Hey, did you know Godzilla lives in Lake Champlain, or Godzilla's cousin lives in Lake Champlain?" And I'm 4 years old. I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And she's like, "Well, it's Champ, the Lake Champlain monster." And then that kind of got me hooked on, like, okay, well, maybe they're not just in TV, maybe they are real. And so I mean, you're talking, somebody who's 4 years old, and just that one statement kind of changing my trajectory of how I saw some monsters and creatures. And it's funny, because I still to this day talk about, I was that kid that had the little army men and the tanks, and would pretend that I was Godzilla or King Kong and smash up the town. So yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So to think that there was something, in a lake that I lived not too far from there on, anytime we went to the beach, and it was or wherever, I mean, if we were going over like the bridge that goes from Colchester to South Hero and the islands, because there's this long bridge over the sandbar. I mean, I was just watching, and all my friends are in the water, swimming, doing this and doing that, and I'm standing like maybe knee deep in the water, just sitting there with binoculars, just looking out at the lake, and I mean, I'm like 6 or 7 years old at the time, so it's just like I'm torched, I'm getting sunburned, but I feel like I'm having more fun doing more than anybody else around there. So that was kind of that turning point. And for a few years, getting into high school, I kind of put creatures and legends on the back burner, just because I'm like, all right, well, now I'm in high school, I'm too cool for this, and exactly. So, and then it just it came back. I never lost it, and I just continued just loving the legends. And I mean, my big thing is I love legends and lore, and anything that is has to do with monsters.
Well, what's cool about monsters?
So I found out it says the Kinderhook creature, Bigfoot stalks the Hudson Valley, and it's by Bruce.
Good having you.
Reminiscence by Bruce J. Hallenbeck.
Thank you. So sorry about that, guys. I just had food show up. So.
Oh, food, yeah.
No, that's fine. Well, I wanted to show this last week, and I didn't get a chance to.
Bruce J.
While you're talking,
there you go. There it is.
But I don't know if you can see this, but this is a big metal steel Bigfoot that my brother got me for Christmas.
It's awesome.
I love
it. And it is heavy as hell, and I just don't know what I'm going to do with it. I really don't.
Oh my God, he's smiling.
Right, he is.
Yeah.
Smiling.
Did you see that? Woo!
Yeah. What you should do is if you want to get rid of it, you should auction it off at the Parafest.
Oh, the thing is huge, and it's so heavy.
I don't know. You could definitely put it up at Parafest and have everybody see it.
Well, I actually have a 8-foot, 7-foot, or an 8-foot blueprint wooden god so that I can make the big ones.
You're breaking up.
I'm breaking up.
Yes, I
I'm
couldn't hear what
breaking
you
up.
said. 7 or 8 foot something.
Yeah, I guess
You're
I
okay
gotta.
now.
I'm okay now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I have the blueprint for the large 7 to 8 foot Bigfoots that you make out of plywood or wood. I have that blueprint
Oh
for
my
it,
That's
so
cool.
I can make them. So my mom wants one in the front yard just to scare the kids.
Gotta love mom.
Your mom cracks me up. I love her.
Yeah. She wants to come to Parafest this year, so we'll see what happens.
Aw, she does?
Yeah.
She usually comes.
Very cool.
Yeah, because of the car show on Sunday, I think, and it's Mother's Day.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Has
Yeah.
she gone to the conferences before? Or?
She actually, the first one that we did in January, I think January and February, she actually sat at the door the first time. But that was 9 years ago, so that was
right.
Actually,
Yeah,
10
that's
years
been a
ago
while.
because of because we skipped a year because of COVID.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was 10 years ago.
Yeah, but your mom and your dad showed up while Melanie was at one of them too, just to talk and say hi and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's been within the last couple of them.
I was going to say that to you, Kenny, that monsters have always been. It's the same deal with like Godzilla. Monsters have always been one of those attractions for me. I love monsters. I mean, there was an old TV show, and it was in the morning, and it was Bigfoot and Wild Boy. I used to watch that. You can Google it and find it. But it was Bigfoot and Wild Boy, and then I got into all the Godzilla stuff, of course. But there was the Herculoids. There was all these cartoons and these monster, cartoons that I really got into. And then I've always Bigfoot was always one of those things for me. I always liked Bigfoot, but I'm not a believer, but I want to be. You know what I mean?
So at MCC, Monroe Community College, I took a class on cryptids. And you would think, oh, this is so cool. No, the guy ruined it for me because he took cryptids and then said what they actually were. Mermaids were warnals or whatever they're called. And he went through and
they weren't manatees or whatever they called them.
No, it was actually I can't remember what they're called. They're called warnals or something like that. Because they have a horn on their head. They are a fish kind of thing, a big sea creature with a horn, and that's what they said.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, what he said was I should get my book and I'll have to bring it.
Okay.
And where did you take this class?
At Monroe Community College in Rochester.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But so maybe that's an idea for you, Kenny, to do a cryptids class or something at your local college or something.
Well, what I've done, and I'd say more recently, and what I really enjoy doing is having Zoom calls with different classes. That's a lot of fun. I've done it with high schools. There was this one high school where they were having a mythical creature week, and I was at a event speaking in Tennessee, and one of the ladies there was a teacher.
Thank you, Eric.
One of the ladies there was a teacher, so she came up to me and she's like, how much would it be to have you Zoom with our class? I'm like, what are you talking about? How much would it be? That's what I would want to do. Out of everything is, have talk with these kids. It was great. I mean, they all had questions, and there was one student that just he knew everything about everything, and
that's amazing though.
Yeah, he had just he had loved monsters. You know, he kind of had like a similar background as me. And I mean, he was only I think maybe a sophomore, and he just knew everything about monsters. But, you know, they all had questions for me, and I it was probably about an hour, but you know, I've done different Zooms like that, and it's a lot of fun. And, you know, sometimes you do it with, you know, where a classroom where it's, you know, it's like a bunch of like third graders, which is a lot of fun as well, because, you know, you know, the questions are really, really funny, you know, when you've got like the third graders compared to the high schoolers, because the high schoolers, you know, they're still trying to, like, they want to know, they want to ask the questions, they want to hear the answers, but they also feel like they don't want to like seem uncool asking it too, where the third graders are just like, you know, are you afraid about being eaten by one? You know, all the fun questions. So, you know, whenever they ask something like that, are you afraid about, I'm like, oh yeah, absolutely.
Do they eat life cereal like Mikey does?
Yeah. But it's funny, you know, because they'll be like, you know, do you believe? And I tell them this, I'm like, it really depends on when you ask me. I haven't been one of those lucky, blessed people to ever actually put my eyes on anything. So, you know, I definitely have, you know, a healthy skeptic side in me. But I do know some very, very credible people that, you know, they're the ones that, you know, of course, you know, had to break people's hearts and tell them what was in the picture was this, or what this noise was. And there's, you know, one gentleman I know, he's got a background in animal behavior. He actually heads up one of the groups that I'm with, and he's back in college right now as a biologist. And you know, and you know, for the longest time, I mean, he, you know, studied the subject and studied the paranormal. And it was about 1.5 years, 2 years ago, maybe. He was out hiking. That's what he does on his days off. He hikes into the Adirondacks, 6 feet of snow in the middle of it to turn around and come back. He's a bushwhacker, survivalist. And he saw what he can only describe as an actual Bigfoot. And, you know, and so, I mean, when I was at work and I get this text from him saying, I just saw a Bigfoot, like, I literally stopped everything I'm doing, because it's literally like, there's certain people that if they come to you and they tell you they saw what they saw, and you know they know the difference between everything, you stop what you're doing and you listen to them. Yeah. So, you know, just based off of
that, I haven't yet, so I haven't contacted you.
Yeah. Where did her go?
I don't know. She disappeared for some reason. I have no idea. But, you know, I do. It's called the Owl Network, and what it is, it's for the libraries for New York State for certain areas, and I go and I do the lectures through them.
Very cool.
They actually contact me and they say, hey, would you be willing to come here, and how much would it cost us to have you come here and do a lecture on the paranormal? And I usually tell them, it doesn't. You want me to do something, I'll come, you know. And it'd be the same asking, you know, you as the Zoom thing. I'm capable of doing it, you know. Why wouldn't I? I mean, the more people that know and know what we're trying to prove or disprove, or what we could do, we need that. You know, eyewitness accounts and stories are important, even though we may not be able to prove them. There's still bits and pieces of stuff in those stories that may be, I don't know, a link or something that connects us to something that we didn't know.
Yeah.
You know,
I agree.
So it's important.
And I'll be honest with you, like, I like having conversations with, like, the hardest conversations for me to have when let's say it comes to Sasquatch, is with other people that study Sasquatch. It really is. Those can be the hardest conversations when, you know, as long as they don't have any type of line drawn in the sand, you know, we can have like a really good conversation. But, you know, there's a lot of people where, again, I find it kind of hardest to sometimes have conversations with the individuals that are actually would consider themselves researchers. And me personally, I mean, I could call myself a researcher. I could call myself this or that. I just, you know, I call myself more of a folklorist, and and somebody who just really loves legends.
Bob has a question. Kenney, do you think environmental DNA is a game changer for your field? Thanks, Bob, for the question.
Boy, I don't know. I don't. It's kind of hard to. Well, I don't know. I don't know because everything always turns up to be, there's an issue with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's somehow there's something else mixed in, so it can't. So I don't know. To be honest with you, I really think the only game changer is going to be an actual body, and not where
I
somebody
believe so too.
finds a body and then oh, by the way, and then the body disappears. Because that seems to happen. I hear a lot about that. Different things like that. But I think that's the only time where I think it's going to get to a point where, and again, I think the government's going to have to come out and back it as well.
That's where I was going, because they know. They have the answers to this.
Well, I mean, for the longest time, there was no such thing as UFOs, and now, they came out. They didn't say there's extraterrestrials. They didn't say there were aliens. They said, but UFOs do exist. So I think it's just a matter of time. They definitely, without a doubt, know what's what in what isn't. But I'm not one of those conspiracy theory guys, but I am a thinker. So it's like, after a while, when you're being told for the longest time that something doesn't exist. And then you talk to enough credible people that, have these weird encounters. And then all of a sudden, they're like, oh yeah, by the way, UFOs do exist. But hey, by the way, also COVID's going to kill you too at the same time. So it's like, that big deflection of what the government does. And I'm not one of those anti-government people, but yet I really kind of am too at the same time.
Right. So Barry says, question for Kenny: why do you think Whitehall, New York is considered the hotspot for Bigfoot?
Well, I think part of it has to do with the fact that it's right at the edge of where like the Adirondacks start. Well, I mean, the Adirondacks start a little bit further south, but I mean, you're talking over 6 million acres of forest land. And I mean, a human being could literally go in there and get lost. So I think, if you have some type of creature like Sasquatch that exists and runs around, I mean, it's going to try to be elusive. And Whitehall, a lot of people talk about, there's a lot of water. There's a lot of different pathways, per se, that a lot of individuals talk about. Another thing is a lot of people that are in the realm of, and I know, the definition of paranormal, but, a lot of people see paranormal. When they say paranormal, they say, just as like ghosts and spirits. A lot of people talk that, that there's a lot of energy that's in certain areas of the Adirondacks, and one of the areas being near Whitehall, and they're kind of attracted to the energy. Of course, that's just the theory, but again, one of our research areas is actually in, just outside of Whitehall, New York. And if you ever go into the Adirondacks, into that area, you're gonna see why something could potentially live in there, why they would want to live in there. I mean, I've wanted to live in the Adirondacks, just being inside.
The Adirondacks are amazing. We go every year.
Yeah. So again, you're talking over 6 million acres of land, and again, you've got water, you've got all kinds of different. I mean, you've got water all through the areas, but again, there's a lot of people that come back to the fact that there's some type of strange or weird energy in the Adirondacks, and we've been out. The group that I'm with, the New York Bigfoot Society. And we've done research, and there's been times where we've had just some really strange stuff happen. Like, in the research area, all of a sudden there's this light glowing, and there's no swamp gases, there's nothing there.
No,
and
the guy, weird things too.
Then the guy who leads, the group, he'd be able to debunk whatever it was. He wasn't able to. There are certain stone like quartz, I guess some people have said, that can put off energy that's in that area. And that can actually drain certain things as well. So there's all kinds of different weird reasons. The Hudson Valley of New York, a lot of people say that
Hudson Valley is known for it too.
Yeah, and that there's a lot of extraterrestrial activity in Hudson Valley.
Isn't Pleasant Valley up there too? Pleasant Valley is up there as well. Pleasant Valley? I think that's what it's called. I was just trying to look it up here, but it's a place where Sheila would know. Sheila says that a lot of UFO sightings. It was like a town, a ghost town, basically.
Oh,
I think it's called Pleasant Valley or something like that.
I don't remember the name of it, but I know what you're talking about. Somebody actually asked me about that not long ago.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it was a place that they had gone to multiple times and did some research in, and they'd asked me if I'd ever gone, and I said no. I said because I chase monsters and legends. I try not to chase anything that can beam me up or attach.
well, wait a second.
Me.
Monsters can too. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but they'll just kill me. I'm done. I'm not going to be dissected, and I'm not going to be possessed, and
you're not going to be dissected or have nose implants or.
Yes.
Aliens do that, right? Here's the question Steve. Here's the question, though, Steve. Let's say you find some actual evidence to things cryptids. Would you share it around, or would you keep it to yourself just to know that you knew it was real?
Well, my goal, I don't want to believe. I just want to know. And I know it's kind of a strange oxymoron when you think about it, but as far as I guess I would probably not necessarily want it to kind of get out if I actually found it, just for the simple fact is what happens. Okay, let's say I get that evidence, I get it out, and what does man usually do to something that is beautiful and exists? They usually wreck it. They usually destroy it. So I probably would not be that guy that would come out and try to say, hey, I got the evidence, here you go. Even if there was all kinds of money thrown at me, I don't think I'd want to be that guy. I wouldn't want to be the one, I wouldn't want my legacy to be, yeah, he's the one that found this, but now because of that,
hey Robin,
so
yeah.
Like I said, I just want to know. I don't want to believe, I don't want my life to revolve around it. And this is a passion of mine. So, again, I hate to also be the reason that my passion ends.
Yeah.
So.
Exactly.
Yeah. I don't know if I would want to be the one to bring it about. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if I could. I mean, it's just enough for me to know that it is real, but I already know it's real, so it doesn't matter if I have the proof or not, right?
Sure. I mean, 100 years from now, some of the stuff, that we're looking at right now, it's going to be out. We won't be around, obviously, to see it, but right. I think over time things are going to come out, and I just really hope that we do a better job taking care of the things that we discover, and doing less dissecting. It seems like we tend to try to protect things after we've almost destroyed it.
Yeah.
This is the best.
A lot of things.
You guys wouldn't want to prove you weren't crazy? No, because I don't think I'm crazy anyway.
I can 100% prove that I'm crazy anyways. I've never, that's the thing. Most crazy people end up being right in the end. So
right.
I better start calling myself crazy then.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I like being right.
Yeah, don't let just Cindy be the only one. Come on.
Yeah, everybody calls me crazy. I'm not crazy in the mental illness capacity. I'm crazy in the fact that I will do or say things that most people would not say because it will go against social mores, right?
Oh, sure.
I will go against,
You'll say it. You'll say it.
I'll say it.
Hey, Eric. Yeah, hold on a minute. Eric, I want to kind of plan on freezing up, but Eric, I wanted to say to you, there's been a number of cases of people out there that claim they have seen Bigfoot, and they claim to have DNA or blood samples or whatever. And when they turn it in, what they receive back as unknown humanoid or unknown, or gray wolf or whatever. I mean, they found one that was supposedly a mixture of polar bear and grizzly bear. See, I watch as much of the stuff as I can to find, myself to find out if I'm crazy. But now that I know it's a good thing, I don't care. But yeah, I think when they find DNA, when they find certain things that they can't explain, it doesn't always come back to what they're hoping for. So yeah, you can keep looking for DNA, but it doesn't mean, keep doing it. They have nothing to compare it to. And that's the worst part about it. They have absolutely nothing to compare it to.
And then it ends up disappearing, and then it ends up.
That's what Eric just said too. Is that it's
disappearing? Yeah.
That there's all kinds of weird things that seem to happen, but yeah, I mean you're right. I mean when
the government takes it, right?
Yeah, that's what I've been told.
Here's my Bigfoot howl. Hey, I don't know where I got it from. Somebody bought it for me for my birthday.
Somebody loves you.
It's my emergency Bigfoot.
That's awesome.
I could do those noises. It's fine.
Well, and as it was pointed out, if we could they just found the bully ape. So, I mean, it's possible that someday Bigfoot can be, discovered. I mean, the bully ape hasn't been that long,
Yeah. Yep. All right. Well, hey guys, I
you got to take off.
I gotta jet, guys. So it was awesome talking to you guys. It was awesome talking to everybody who tuned in. Can't wait to see you guys in a couple of weeks. I'm really looking forward to it. So it's gonna be awesome.
We have to do this again.
Awesome.
We'll have to do it again soon.
Absolutely,
Yes.
without a doubt. So
well,
you guys,
go enjoy your dinner. What are you having for dinner, by the way?
It was I had ordered pizza and stuff. I got to run out and get my daughter. So
he's got to pick up his kid.
But
go get him.
Go
get the kid.
Better go get her. She's gonna be hungry.
Absolutely. All right. Well, thanks, guys, and again, we'll
see you later, Kenny.
Again. Talk to you later, guys.
All
Take
right.
care. See
Bye.
you soon.
Oh man. So it's cold tonight.
It is. It's been cold here. I don't know about there, but it's been cold.
Mm-hmm.
Look at me. I'm going on and off here.
We'll see you, Bob. Thanks for stopping by, Bob.
Aw, Bob. Is he leaving? Oh,
Bob,
no, he's just...
oh,
yes, Bob.
I love this. Area 51 is full. The category of Sasquatch has been moved to Area 56. 57 is all aliens. Steve Berry says it snowed in Ohio. Father Steve.
That's crazy.
Good night, Bob. Good night, Bob.
Good night, Bob.
Bye, Bob. It was nice to see you.
Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, it's my little Mickey Mouse.
I know.
Not very good at it, but I love Mickey Mouse.
I mean, it's okay. I could tell who it was.
Good. Thank you.
Yeah. You're welcome.
So where is I wanted to what I did with
all I want to do is zoom in, boom, boom. It's supposed to snow tomorrow night south of Syracuse. Oh my gosh. Good night, John boy.
Let it snow. Let it snow. It'll be so nice here shortly, and it's not even going to matter.
Oh, wow. Laura said it was 33 degrees there this morning and got up to 69, 70 this afternoon. That's awesome.
I can't believe my 2 days went off so fast. I can't believe I have to go back to work.
Wait, what do you have? You have to go back to work when?
Tomorrow. My 2 days off are gone so fast.
Oh, yeah.
I hate it.
I'm Mr. Snow Miser. I'm Mr. Heat
Bumbles
Miser.
bounce.
Huh?
Bumbles bounce. Yeah, I got to get this cable changed. That's why this is all screwing up. There's a break in the cable somewhere.
Oh, yikeroonies.
Yeah.
You definitely. Yeah, I did it
And
last week, and it's done
It's
in
a
a couple
40-foot
months.
cable. It's a 40-foot cable. So.
Lord have mercy.
Yep.
Just grab one off of Amazon.
I did, and it was too short.
We have to look for 40 feet, you kook.
Yeah, I know. What's the weather here tomorrow?
Cold.
Cold. Let's see.
I'll tell you.
It's 54 tomorrow.
It's 42 degrees here right now.
I got 47.
It only got up to 48 today. Tomorrow is Tuesday. It's going to be 50 degrees high and a low of 37. It's pretty chilly all for the most part this week. Wednesday, 48 degrees, low 35. Thursday, 53, low of 40. Friday goes up to 62 and low of 44. That was Friday. Saturday is 56 degrees with a low of 47, and Sunday goes back up to 62. So it was weird the other day. I don't know if you knew this, but the other day, everybody was in. We have a family chat, and in Greece it was like 50 degrees or something. Here at my house it was 61. One town over where my mom lives, she had 7 degrees higher. But then if you went south and went to like Lyons, Macedon, it was 84 degrees.
Wow.
I mean, we had this, it said that it was supposed to be colder near the lake because I'm like 3 miles away from Lake Ontario. And so is my mom. So anything that was this close, it was super cold. My aunt lives in Greece, which is close to Lake Ontario as well. And she had it colder as well.
Well, here they're saying for the weekend of the Parafest, it's going to be damn near 70 all 3 days.
What?
Yep.
Stop it. That's amazing.
Yeah, 70, 69, 69, 66 and sunny. So it should be good weather.
That's great. That's
Yeah.
great.
So,
we will take it, my friend.
Oh, yes, we will. Even if it rains a little on the 12th,
I was going to say, even if
VIP.
there's rain, it will not matter because
not at that.
It's
that
better than snow.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So let's.
And now the weather, LOL. Take it away, Cindy. I was trying to look for my book, my college book that I was telling you guys about. I don't know where it is. It could be in one of the boxes I have in the attic, though.
You know, the weather's controlled by the government, too, you know.
I mean, duh.
I don't believe that.
I don't either. Oh, my gosh. Could you imagine?
No. Unless they're doing it to, I don't know, keep us spending money on heat.
Not many hoodie sales, but good weather. Actually, that's a good hoodie weather is 69.
Yeah.
I think that's good hoodie weather.
Yeah. Could be.
Military controlled rain in Vietnam. What? Barry's coming to Parafest, right? Steve, are you going to come up and see Parafest this year?
It'd be nice to see him. I still haven't met him in person yet.
It would be so fun to meet Steve in person.
I saved his life, but I've never met him.
So I love when we meet our friends. Like, I can't wait till we can one day meet Robert, but I met Kristen in person when I was in Chicago.
I'm over Robert. I'm over Robert.
Stop it. You're so terrible. All those weather satellites up there. Yeah. You're so funny.
Robert and I are
What is the
into
HARP
we're
project?
Doctor Who fans, so
Yeah,
the
what
what?
is HARP project? Steve, what is that?
Harp?
Yeah, it said HARP HARP project. Facts. They seeded rain. What? How is that possible? So this is what he was talking about, just so you know. Military controlled rain in Vietnam, and then he said the HARP project, and it said facts. They seeded rain. How is that possible? The green hat threw off the color, Ted.
Oh.
HARP is similar to CERN. I don't know what that means. Are you talking about the instrument at this point? Projecting microwaves into the ionosphere and push the jet stream. Oh, that's terrible. Wait, I know that when the jet stream gets messed up in one part of the world, it fucks it up for everybody because it changes everything. And that's one of the reasons we had the weather pattern that we had over this winter, is because the jet stream was different. It created warmer weather in, I can't remember. I know that there was something weird going on in California because of the jet stream, like that area over there. I think the waters were too warm, and so it creates like holy hell. Teddy, what is that?
That video.
Oh, I'm sorry, Laura. So how's your face, though? I saw a picture where you hurt your face, right? Experimental research to blow stuff up. I see. The HARP project is a way of modification of weather patterns by shooting rays into atmosphere. That's creepy.
So areas real in several countries built their own.
They make rain by dropping.
You mean HARP?
Silver iodine into the clouds. What the hell?
Yeah, I've heard that. So, your eldest son,
Jansen.
Mm-hmm.
What about my eldest son?
See if you'd be interested in coming to work to Parafest.
Oh, probably.
I need somebody to help in the parking lot, parking cars.
Oh, he would probably love that.
Yeah, I need help in the parking lot. So, yeah, we need to make sure that they're not parking in the grocery store parking lot. So I need to make sure that I have, extra people. The village is actually making sure that I have people. So.
Okay. Yeah, I can ask.
So I need help. I need help.
Help.
Just tell him I'll beat his ass.
Somebody help. Not just anybody help. I need someone help.
So I didn't get a chance. Did you see my pictures on my Facebook page about what I've been working on?
Anybody's helping anyway. I can't help myself. Now I'm singing Beatles. Okay, what did you say? Sorry.
I said.
Did I see your Facebook? What?
Facebook pages of what I've been working on.
No, I have not. Let me look. Your own page?
Yeah, my personal page. It's for the GVPI vehicle, for the unit.
Well, I've seen your vehicle.
Yeah, I'm talking about for the inside.
Oh. Oh my gosh, did you get it?
Ta-da!
Now to anchor it somehow.
I built it.
What? Let me see this. Hang on. Let me make my screen big.
I built it.
Oh, wait. You built it? I thought they were making you one. I thought the town was making
No.
you one.
Nope, I built it. In fact, it's got flashlights on the side. There's holders with flashlights on the side. There's a power inverter in the bottom of it. There's a whole bunch of shit. Yeah, I've been working on it for like the past 2 days.
That's awesome, Teddy Poo Poo.
Oh yeah. Yep. I'm
Wow,
very proud
that's
of myself.
awesome.
Yep. Right now I'm just trying to find a way to anchor it.
I see your power tools.
Yep. So that's a flashlight.
I see that. That's cool. But I was talking about on top, that drill is
Yeah.
on top.
Yeah. But I'm right now I'm just trying to find a way to anchor it. That's the next thing. So
that's
but
awesome. Yeah, because you're gonna have to be able to get into your spare tire area.
Yeah. Yep. But it's awesome.
It is awesome. Could you
I don't know. I'm looking at different things right now.
What if you put it on like a slider?
That thing is so heavy.
Slide it out though.
Now you need a robot to drive it.
That's funny.
But yeah, my
I'm
face
not
looks so
Facebook
weird on here.
very much. I'm not on Facebook very much. I'm not on the social medias very much. I need to be. My cousin is gonna.
Yeah. So guys, if you haven't found it yet, Parafest is also on Instagram. So I wanted to talk about some of that stuff. So like, where is the where are we? Wrong one.
What you looking for?
This. I found it.
Okay.
So it's the Parafest poster. So you can see Rob Thompson up in the left-hand corner.
Yep.
Then you got Tony DeVille from Ink Masters coming. Yep. So tattoos. There's going to be tattoos. Mary Grace is going to be joining us on the 8th.
Next week,
right here on Paratalk, right? On the 8th.
Yes, but
on
live. Yes.
Oh, we're going to be live at the. Yep.
Yeah.
And then David Spinks. There's Cindy. She's number 4 or 5. Then Kenney Irish. Then Kenny Biddle. It's kind of weird. I put both Kennys in the same area. I didn't even think about that. Then me. Then Ernie Atwell from Paranormal Inc. He'll be here. Kenny, or in God, what's his name now? I just lost it. Jack Kenna. He's gonna kill me for that. Yep, Michelle Wagner. Yep, and Ron, and then Steve and then and then Melody, and then Christy.
Yeah, Christy. Yeah, what the hell am I saying?
Yeah, see, and then Samantha, which is Mel's best friend.
Mel's friend, yes.
Yeah, and then Sherry. That guy's gonna kill me because I can never remember his name.
Wayne?
Make it bigger. No.
I don't know. I can't see what it says. Yeah, but he's on the same show that Sherry is on.
Yeah, Shane Dills. Shane. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And then Frank, of course, and then Mike. And then we have another guest that's not on the poster that's going to be there. Actually, there's a few.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's Chris Conlon is going to be there. Captain America is going to be there. Buddy the Bigfoot is going to be there.
Yeah. Is Tim coming?
I don't think so. Rochester Ghostbusters are going to be there.
Fun.
Yep. And then we have the car show on Sunday, which is a whole bunch of different cars, including the hearses. And one of the hearses is amazing. It's got Grandpa from the Munsters in the passenger side.
Oh my God, I love it.
Yeah, it'll be great. So, so we're hoping that everybody will be coming and joining us. And I know, sadly, some can't, and we get that. But
I'm sad that Tim. Are you sure Tim's not coming?
I don't think so. Tim Conwell, right?
Yeah.
No. He said, excuse me, he said he couldn't make it this year. Couldn't make it.
I'll have to message him.
Yeah, he's been doing a lot of the things for his dad, for Tom, and he just can't do it. There's just too much going on. And I get it. I mean, there's a lot out there for everybody to do. I mean, Parafest is going to be a lot of fun. We have, I don't know, we got so much going on, but I can't wait. I really can't.
Yes. I just sent Tim a message saying, I'm sad you're not coming to Parafest.
There you go. I don't think, I'd like to say that Dell's coming, but I don't think so.
Who's that?
Delwood. He's there every year, but I don't know if he is. But yeah, this year was tough. There's a lot going on. Like, if you haven't noticed, if you haven't scanned Facebook lately, on Monday nights, there is like a ton of paranormal live streams like ours.
Oh, I didn't know that.
On Monday nights now. A ton of them. So it's tough. I mean, you know, we're a little different than everybody else, and they know it. So we like being us. We don't conform to anybody else's ways, and we're not to. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah. So one of the things
we know, Robert. Make a list with all their names.
One of the things that I'm getting from people is because of the Mother's Day thing. As long as we don't do it on Mother's Day.
I'm not getting that at all.
Yeah. That was one of the reasons that Tim said he couldn't, is because of Mother's Day.
Yeah, the thing that I'm getting though is because of the craft fair and everything else going on, that people, including moms, that they're coming out. I'm hearing that, so I'm hoping it turns out well. You know,
nice. My bestie is going to come on Saturday.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, you'll be able to meet my bestie Valerie from Arizona.
There you go. Often imitated, but never duplicated. Oy, oy, oy. Yeah, so I just hope it turns out well, because we have a lot of good things going on. It's our first year doing a car show, like I said.
I know, it really is. Well, we wouldn't want to put cars in the snow normally.
No. And the next year's dates are already set. Dates for next year are set, which is May 17th, 18th, and 19th, I think.
Is that that's probably during Lilac Festival, right?
I don't know. Let me see.
Usually that is that mid time frame is Lilac Festival.
So 2024, it's 15th, 16th, 17th.
What is?
Right? 15th, 16th, and 17th.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's right. 15th, 16th, and 17th. For next year. That's our 10th annual.
Woo!
It's crazy, isn't it? It has gone by so fast.
I cannot believe that. I cannot believe it. We've known each other more than 10 years then. No, probably It's probably been 10 years at least then, right?
Yeah, that's been a while.
Because you invited me after I had already met you through Christy and Tim.
Yeah, because Mother's Day is the 10th next year.
Next year.
Yep. And Memorial Day is the 25th.
Yeah.
So we're in between it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep. So I didn't want to take and move it to because after that's March. I'm May. Why am I thinking no? So it's 17th, 18th, and 19th.
Okay, because you were in March.
Yeah, I was in March, yeah.
You goofball.
Duh. So yeah, 17th, 18th, 19th. Because the 12th is Mother's Day and the Memorial Day is the 27th. Yes. So yay.
I'm looking at the dates for Lilac Festival next year.
That's probably the same week.
I think it probably is.
I just don't know where else I would put it. That's, you don't want to go. You don't want to go to the first week of June.
Mm-hmm.
And excuse me. And I don't want to go backwards. I don't want to go back to April because it's still cold.
Yeah.
So we're going to plan it out. See what happens.
Cold necessarily.
Grabbing tenure. There you go.
What's that?
Eric said he's grabbing tenure. Which is...
Who said that?
Eric.
Oh.
17, 18, and 19. Parafest 2024.
Often imitated, never crabbed. So funny. So it's not telling me 2024's dates. It's May 12th to the 21st, 2023 for this year.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's 125th anniversary this year.
Which covers Mother's Day.
Oh, yeah. Yep. So it'll be going on this year, too.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Ugh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well.
Yep.
And it's all
that's the only problem. That's
the
a huge draw.
Veterans Outreach.
Outreach Center. Very good.
All right. Well, we need to get our commercial out and get out of here. So, I gotta go to the store and grab.
Wait, your daughter's in the ER? Why, Cora? What happened?
I don't know, but I have to run to the store, so I have to get out of here.
What are you getting at the store, Teddy?
Ice cream.
I knew you were going to say that. I have some ice cream in my freezer this time. I got chocolate nutty cone from Wegmans.
Ooh.
I love chocolate nutty cone.
Oh, but oh my God, I can't stand looking at myself that big.
Stop it.
I feel like that one orangutan on Planet of the Apes.
What about Planet of the Apes?
I kind of remind myself of that orangutan that's on Planet of the Apes.
I can't even with you. You crack me up.
I know. All right, guys, we need to get out of here, so I have to run to the store. And next week, I'm hoping that Rob Thompson will be joining us next.
Oh, that'll be fun.
He's our actual headliner for the Rochester Parafest, so I'm working on that. So hopefully we'll hear from him. If not, we'll have to find somebody.
Yeah.
So, all right, Cindy.
Okay, Teddy.
You know what time it is, right?
I do. I do.
Oh, ha 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 ha. All right,
like this
let
better.
me get this back.
With the black.
There you go. Wherever there's darkness, there's always
the light.
Thank you for listening to Paratalk Radio with Ted Wolf and Psychic Cindy. Catch us next Monday for another fantastic guest. Please check out our show as well as others on the WLFE DB Radio Network. And remember, like, follow, and share with everyone.
Join us at WLFE-DB.com for upcoming shows and so much more.